and welcome back, everybody. I'm Lizzie from Fit Life Habit, and in this video we're going to be talking about finding the perfect workout routine for your unique body type. Now, there's technically 3 different body types, but I am going to start off with saying not everybody fits into these categories. Sometimes there is a mix, but we're going to get into it today. We're going to go over the different body types, what kinds of nutrition, workouts, and lifestyles work best for the different body types so that people can reach their goals much better and in a more efficient way. So I hope you're ready to get all geared up. We're going to have fun. You might want to grab a notepad and notebook. We're going to get started with all the scientific fun, and we're going to make it simple. So don't worry about that. Now, the first body type we're going to be talking about is the ectomorph. Now, the ectomorph is a person, we all know somebody like this, that is naturally slim, finds it very hard to gain weight or gain muscle. They're the person that can eat what they want and it doesn't show. So I know many people like that, and I'm always jealous of them, but that doesn't mean they're healthy. In fact, you watching this may be that type of person and you want to know how to gain weight or just feel better, look better, or whatever your goal is for coming here. Just because the ectomorph body type doesn't have a hard time losing weight. In fact, their problem is they lose weight too easily. That doesn't mean they're healthy. It comes with a different set of problems. But we all know somebody like that. I know many. Personally, I prefer to have that problem compared to the body type I am. But ectomorph is one that we're going to get into. The second body type is called the endomorph. This one, I unfortunately am, and I'm sure many of you are as well. This is the body type that gains weight easily and tends to store more fat. The ones that joke about how if they look at a cupcake, they tend to gain weight. That's us. So we're going to be talking about how to deal with reaching your goals, your diet, nutrition, and lifestyle, exercise for that body type as well. And the third body type that we're going to be discussing is called the mesomorph. And these are the ones that are nicknamed the genetically gifted. They're the ones that are naturally athletic. They build the muscle. They lose the fat. It's easy for them. They don't struggle. And while it is a very gifted body type, it's not a very high percentage. Very, very few people have that body type. So if you know someone like that, give them a fist pump. Try not to aim for their face. Try to actually hit them in the fist. Yeah, it's very, very rare. So it's typically the 2 body types, but the mesomorph does exist. And if you are watching this and you're the mesomorph, I'm jealous of you, but good for you. We're going to get into the best routine you can do for your body type here too. So let's get into it. Now let's start with the workouts for the ectomorphs. What exactly is the best workout for the person that doesn't really need to lose weight but might want to gain weight because they're underweight, they don't have a lot of muscle or whatever? What's the best kind of thing you can do for the ectomorph? So that is where you are going to build up your muscle with strength training. You don't want to try to overeat because your body is not going to use fat. You have an extremely high metabolism. So working out, increasing your calories is not going to necessarily help you. What you want to do is you want to build up your muscle. So you're going to focus on strength training. You want to focus on shorter, intense workouts using a lot of compound movements like the squats and the deadlifts. You don't want to do like body isolation. You want to focus on intense but short because you don't want the calorie burn to be too high since you already have a very fast metabolism. That's not a problem for you. You want to focus on building up muscle. You also want to minimize long cardio sessions. That includes Zumba. I'm sorry. I'm not saying don't do it. If it's something you really love, by all means, just do what you love. But if you're looking for goals to gain weight, then cardio's not your friend. Cardio has a benefit, but a long cardio session with a high caloric burn is not going to help you reach that goal because you're already burning an insane amount of calories in a day. If you do a crazy hard cardio workout that's going to go through like 500 or 600 calories in an hour, that's not going to help you gain the weight that you're looking to gain. You should also be focusing your nutrition on high protein and calorie dense foods. You don't necessarily have to overeat, but make sure that the food you're consuming is very, very nutrient dense. And you want the extra protein because, again, your focus is going to be on building up your muscle. And you need the protein to build that up properly, get all those essential amino acids and everything in there. So now we're going to move on to the endomorphs. And that was people like me who have a really hard time losing the weight and a really, really easy time gaining the weight. I can't tell you how hard it was to not gain excess weight when I got pregnant with my kids. But I managed, but it was so, so tough because it's just, you just balloon up. So for the endomorph, like me, you would want to be doing like strength training and cardio, like a mix of it. So something like HIIT or a steady state cardio. Remember that HIIT is high intensity interval training. You want to be doing something like that so that you're mixing it all up, because when you have the endomorph body type, you want to be using more calories in the day because your metabolism is generally slower. So you want to speed it up with strength training, which is going to boost your metabolism, speed it up. And then you want to be doing some cardio like HIIT, or even some good long cardio sessions. Something like Zumba could be beneficial. But the real focus needs to be on strength training, because that's going to speed up your metabolism, and then your body is going to use that area where you burn the fat. It's going to put muscle in so that there's no fat there, there's no room for the fat. Whereas if you just do cardio, there's going to be this little pocket that if you stop doing cardio, it's going to fill right back up with fat. If you build muscle, it's going to burn fat until there's like no gap there. So I'm still working on it. I've still got to lose some of the baby weight from having my son. But that needs to be your goal, is building muscle. So you want to also use full body workouts with a higher frequency. You don't want to just do but muscle isolation is very important, but a total body style is good as well. Just getting your blood moving, building up the muscle, using weights, focusing on the entire body throughout the whole week. So whatever that looks like for you, I think it's best to section off muscles. So like chest one day, legs another, back another, and I could get into all the details of it, but that's what I'm for as a trainer. But that's a whole other video. So it's important to isolate muscles, in my opinion, but whatever gets you moving, if a total body workout is what is going to help you, then that's what you should do. You need to start moving. That's the big thing. Lift weights and move, and do some cardio, HIIT, or go for a walk outside. That's what steady state cardio is. You're moving your body, but it's not intense. It's a relaxing style. You're walking outside and getting some good sunshine and fresh air. That's the steady state cardio. You're walking at a set pace, just de-stressing. This isn't for high caloric burn. This is to de-stress and burn fat. That's your target zone. So you want to also focus on fat loss through balanced eating. So things like foods, good quality veggies and fruits, getting in all of the fiber and the nutrients that you need, and practicing portion control. And I don't mean starve yourself. We're not going into an extreme caloric deficit. I just mean you're aware of how much you're eating. You pay attention to when you start to feel full. You don't finish your plate just because you paid for it at the restaurant. You ask for a leftover box. So you want to practice portion control so that you reach your goals a little bit better and easier. And getting in good nutrition and good quality foods, healthy fats, healthy carbs, complex carbs, not just healthy. So things like vegetables, actually, that counts. Vegetables are more of a complex carbohydrate, very, very nutrient dense. You want good amounts of protein to back up all of that strength training that you're doing. Protein is so essential, so essential. They're the building blocks of your muscle. If you don't have enough protein, your body's just going to take it from somewhere else. And that could actually be harmful for your body, because it's going to break down something you need in your body to get that protein. So keep up on the protein, absolutely. And when it comes to my endomorph friends, you just have to remember the consistency and patience is key, because this does not happen overnight. I don't care how hard you work. If you work too hard, it's just going to lead to burnout, and your muscles are just going to be too fatigued to continue. It's going to be counterproductive because you're not letting your muscles recover and rest. You just have to follow the program and give it time. You're not going to lose the weight overnight. I know I'm looking okay after having kids, but it's been almost a year and I'm still trying to lose the last bit of body fat from my pregnancy with my son, and he's almost 10 months old now. So it takes time depending on your body type. It does not happen overnight. So You got to be consistent. Don't give up just because you don't see something happening, and you have to be patient. It will happen, but you got to stick with it. So now we're going to go on to those mesomorphs, you wonderful gifted people. Obviously, strength training is still going to be extremely important for you. I mean, for you guys, again, especially, you really want to be focusing on moderate to high repetitions. You want to reach your goals with your strength training. You're not really going to have a hard time putting on the muscle because, again, that's this perfect body type. You want to include a mix of cardio and resistance training. So you don't want to do too much cardio because that will be counterproductive to the muscles you're trying to develop. You don't want too much wear and tear after you've already worn and torn the muscle through weight training, but you want to make sure that you're doing some cardio to build up your endurance levels and just keep your heart healthy. So that could be something like the walking outside or doing a HIIT session or whatever, something like that where you're doing cardio, but it's not over the top level. You also want to be important. You want to focus on maintaining the muscle that you're building. So don't like let it go because it's easy for you. You want to maintain it or you are going to lose it. And avoid overtraining because it's really easy, especially if you're someone like me who just loves working out and it's something you're obsessed with. It is very easy to overwork the muscles, and then that's going to lead to burnout. Your body's just going to shut down. You're going to start going backwards because your body's like, oh, this is too hard. Now we're going to start storing fat because this is just going to help us prepare for when it goes crazy again. So don't overtrain. That's not going to be helpful for you. And you also want to be sure to balance your eating with carbs, proteins, and fats. Just get a balanced diet in. You don't necessarily have to worry quite so much about what you're eating, but you need to make sure you're getting in nutrient-dense foods and a good balance, basically tracking your macros. You want to make sure you're getting in enough of that, and then that'll help you hit your goals even better. I will repeat, not everyone falls into one of these three categories. Some people are a mix. So that's why it's very important for you to experiment and to try different methods and see what works best for you. So you need to make sure that you're setting realistic goals. You want to stick to all of the important routines. As I mentioned, you can't just give up. You have to set the goals. You have to write it down somewhere, put it on your fridge, put it on your phone, tell your friends, do something to motivate you to stick with that goal. Stick to the routine that you set to meet that goal. Give it 90 days. That's 3 months. I know that can seem like a lot of time, but really, how fast does a year go by? How fast is 3 months going to go by? Stick with 90 days, choose one routine, and stick with it. After the 90 days, you should be doing great. You need to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight, it doesn't matter the body type. Even if you show up every single day for a week, you're not going to drop 10 or 15 pounds of fat in a single week. And I should also take time to mention that if you are very heavy and not very fit at all, no judgment, but if you are heavy, you're going to lose weight really fast in the beginning because your body's not used to the exercise. But it's going to stall out at some point. And that does not mean you're doing something wrong at all. It just means that now your body's getting into the groove of, oh, we're working out now and this is consistent. But for a moment, it's your body panicking. So for like a week, you'll lose weight really fast. And then all of a sudden, you're not going to be dropping pounds. Like you could drop 5 pounds in a week or two. But then all of a sudden, you're going to go another 2 weeks and have a really hard time losing 1 pound. And that's not because there's something wrong with the routine or the diet or something wrong with you or whatever you're doing. It just means that your body is starting to get into it now. And it was kind of a panic. Hey, we're going to drop that fat and store it later. Oh, wait, we're not going back to eating like crazy or whatever. So now we're going to go into a gear of prepping the body. So if you see a drop and then a stop, don't quit. That's perfectly normal. Almost everybody has that. So don't feel like you're failing something with that. The last thing I wanted to touch on is that you need to make sustainable life choices. If you are a junk food junkie, again, no judgment here, but if you're a junk food junkie and you throw everything out of the house and have nothing but vegetables in the fridge, you're setting yourself up for failure. And no, I'm not judging, saying that you can't drive your way through, you can't muscle through it. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of there's more factors than just whatever you're craving. There's emotional factors, there's stressors, there's your body wants the easy way out because it's so much harder for your body to burn fat than it is to burn sugar. It's actually a lot more work. That's why our brains are geared for let's consume more sugar to make it easier on our body. You want to be the one to say, no, we're going to burn fat now, not sugar, but you want to set yourself up for success. So that could mean going and buying some healthy protein bars that will taste like a dessert, but be good. And don't use those too much. You want to save those for the emergency midnight snacks. But you want something in place so that when you just can't, you need something that tastes good and not celery and raisins or whatever. You want something that's what you need right then. You have something that's still on your diet plan and in your routine. You're setting yourself up for success there compared to failure. So set realistic goals and make sustainable life choices. Do it slowly. That'll help you out in the long term. Long-term success comes from consistency and from finding what you enjoy. So find a diet that works best for you. Find a routine that works best for you. If you are not into bodybuilding style of weight training, that's fine. There's so many styles of strength training, whether you're going for toning, bodybuilding, you want to be ginormous with the muscles, or you want to be strong, but you don't want to look too big. You just want to be toned and nice. There's styles for everybody. Just look across, go to YouTube, go to the gym. I mean, even my channel's got a whole bunch of variety on that kind of stuff. The point is to start. Set your goals, be consistent, find what you enjoy, and it's going to be so much easier to show up to your goals every day. Make it something that you look forward to, and you're going to show up. Make fitness a habit and watch your potential become your reality. I'm going to say it a million times. That's the motto for Fit Life Habit. If you can make it enjoyable, you're going to show up. If it's a chore in the day that you just can't wait to get over, you're not going to show up as often. Even if you're really disciplined, it's really challenging. So that's that for this video. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment with any questions that you might have. In fact, if you want, leave a comment telling me what kind of body type you are. I told you what mine is. I'd love to see the ratios in the world today. I can see guesstimates online, but I'd love to see a real reaction of what you guys think you are and what mix you might be. So leave a comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys at the next thing. Again, make sure to check on any of these workouts. I'll put a list down below of strength training workouts you can do perfectly at home. But again, there's a whole bunch of stuff on this channel, so you guys can start anywhere you want. So I'll see you guys at the next workout. You have a great day.